I had a thought on my mind, and I want to talk about support, right? In life, a lot of times you may want to have a new venture. You may want to do something different. You may want to venture out and do something that's not the norm, right? So when you do this, right, especially depending on how long you wait to try something new, something that's not, what everybody else does, you may have a lot of pushback from people who know you, right? But good news is, if you really believe in it, right? If you really think you can do it, right? Go ahead and fucking do it. Try it out, right? And I would advise that you little girls or women, whenever you're watching this, do it and try it, and do it when you're younger, right? Because when you're younger, you're less adverse to losses, right? Taking a loss at 28 is a lot easier than taking a loss at 48. You understand? So, for example, your daddy, right? Your daddy, when he got out the military, everybody thought it was fucking crazy. Like, you about to get out, you can just do 20 years and retire and da-da-da. And it's just like, okay, that's cool, but I don't want to do this shit anymore. Can we put happiness in the equation? Can we say something about that I actually like, something that I may, believe in, is that all right? When your daddy got out the military and was teaching, right? I had a good job, and when I quit that, people were like, oh man, are you sure you want to do that? Yeah, and I did it, right? And started a business, right? And right now, I'm rocking out with the education stuff, right? So I'm still doing the education stuff for the tech stuff. But when I pivot away from that, or sell it, or whatever I do with it, people are like, damn, why are you doing that? Because once you have a proven track record, right? Once you believe in yourself, once you make it happen for yourself, you don't fucking need nobody's support. You understand? You don't need anybody's okay. You don't need anybody's acceptance. Even me, right? Even me as your daddy. But caveat, if you're on some bullshit, like, yeah, daddy, we want to become a strip duo, tag team strippers or some bullshit like that, or anything that's some goofy shit, I'm like, but if it's something that may not align with, maybe what I thought you guys would do, I'm still gonna support you, right? Because it's your life. Okay, that's the grace that I'm gonna give you guys. It's your life. What do you want to do? As long as you fucking got some kind of plan, or some kind of, oh daddy, I just, I want to become a ballerina, or I want to fucking do art, or I want to become a chef, or whatever the fuck it is. Because I think a lot of times parents put these crazy ass expectations. You a fucking janitor, right? But want your kid to be a doctor. Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, when you want to do something, your number one fan, your number one believer, your number one center of energy and motivation needs to come from right here. You understand? Whenever I do something, it comes from right here, right? So God gave you all of the things that you need to do whatever you put your mind to, right? Like, God gave you the gifts, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be easy, right? You still gotta work, you still gotta do what the fuck you gotta do. But whenever you guys watch this, I want you guys to revisit this. Whenever you're feeling down, whenever you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, man, look, you're your biggest cheerleader, right? Then you guys have the advantage of having two bad motherfuckers for parents, right? You got two people that are successful and still strive to be more successful, still strive to be more intelligent, whether that's EQ or IQ, whether that's intellect or whether that's emotional intelligence, right? So emotional intelligence is me understanding you guys, okay? When you're not feeling a certain way, when you're sad, when you're happy, when you're discouraged, when you're depressed, whatever it is, right? Your daddy understands, okay, I can't come to them the way I usually come at them, or I need to be a little bit softer, I need to be a little bit harder, I need to just not say anything, right? So this is a quick video, man. That's what the fuck y'all need to, that's all I want to say. So support comes from right here. Belief comes from right here. Okay, if you really believe in something, right? Even if it fails, fuck it. At least you tried, right? Go ahead and do it. Okay, I've done stuff, jumped out the window and it failed. Let me really think. Nope. I can't think of anything that I gave 100% to that failed. That's the truth. That's the truth. That is the absolute truth. Anything that your daddy gave 100% to, no excuses, no nothing, I'm gonna give this shit my all. It popped, it worked, right? And I think the same is true for you. You just gotta stay the path. You gotta avoid distractions. You got to have a end goal in mind. This is what success looks like to me. This is what a win is. This is what a fail is, so on and so forth, right? And especially with you guys, you know, I'm heavy on social media now, but I didn't grow up with this shit, right? So you guys even have an extra layer of pressure because you got social media. You weren't about likes. You weren't about follows. You weren't about all this bullshit that don't matter, right? Your happiness is what matters, right? If, I don't know, being super popular and everybody knowing who you are and everybody trying to be next to you is what everybody wants, but that doesn't make you happy, don't go for that, right? And then you two girls is gonna be popular and gonna be magnetic any motherfucking way. You understand? Because like me, I'm an introvert, right? I don't really like, you know, talking to people, moving and shaking, but my aura, my energy is magnetic. So I know a bunch of people trying, because once they actually see you guys' personality, once they see you guys' background, once they see who you guys are and who you're constantly becoming, they're gonna be gravitating towards you. But just because motherfuckers gravitate towards you, just because people are your friends or your family, don't mean that they're gonna support whatever you got going on, right? So for example, your daddy got family members, got friends that ask for favors, that ask for money, that ask for all kind of shit, that have never supported my business. How fucking crazy is that, right? The thing that how I make money, you've never supported it. Don't even know what the fuck it is, but somehow you want something from it, right? And another thing is, especially if you guys get into business or anything like that, where somebody has to buy something from you, a lot of times it's best if your friends and family don't even know about it or don't even fuck with it. Because unfortunately, they're the first ones to ask for a discount, first ones to expect something for free, first ones to expect for more than what the other customer is. And to me, that's not true support. For example, if you guys came up with a business, if you guys had anything that you needed to sell or anything that you wanted to do, your daddy would buy it. Now I ain't gonna look at the camera, I'm about to cross out his shit right then. Look at the camera. But your daddy would buy it. No matter what it is, I would buy it. I wouldn't ask for a fucking discount. I wouldn't ask for no free tickets. I wouldn't ask for no free. Whatever you doing, I'm gonna buy it at full fucking price with a tip. Anyway, I love you guys. Anybody else is watching this, hopefully this was valuable. If this wasn't valuable, or if you think that this wouldn't be good for, you know, your children to hear, or for, you know, other women to hear, don't ever come back to the channel. You don't need to leave a comment. You know, your energy isn't needed over here, right? Anyway, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.